I am so glad to have you back on today's video. I am so excited to share my fall home tour with you guys. I have never done a fall home tour on my channel, and if you have been following me, you have gone with me through the process of me decorating my house. I have changed some things around. I've added a few new items, but if this is your first time visiting my channel, hi, hello, and welcome. My name is Olivia, and on my channel, I create all sorts of feel-good content, just plain out good for the soul. So if that interests you, don't forget to subscribe and watch this video to figure out what I'm all about. So, like I said, we are doing a fall home tour. It has just been such a joy to enjoy my fall decor, especially in the morning, and then of course all throughout the day. But I want to get my fall home tour out there because October is fast approaching. And in a couple of my previous videos, I've mentioned that I will start to be incorporating some Halloween decor, more of that spooky fall, like Halloween vibe. So I'm excited to get those videos and ideas out to you guys. But without further ado, let's get started on this year's fall home tour. Alrighty friends, we are starting off this fall home tour at the front porch, and I just love all the fall colors with the mums and the pumpkins and all the homey little touches. I really just wanted for people to feel welcome whenever they come into my house. And of course, we gotta have a welcome sign right here. I love that galvanized sign. Have it up year round. And then we have all sorts of little goodies at this front entryway table. And just so you guys know, if you have any questions or if you wonder how I put just certain areas together, I have everything on my fall clean and decorate with me videos. So if you ever wonder how I put an area together, go watch those. They will be on there. And I feel like with my decorating style, I noticed that I tend to layer lots of different textures and colors, and I think that this entryway table is a great example of that, and I feel like it just really makes the home warm and cozy and inviting. Now moving on to my favorite room of the house, which is my newly revamped home office. And you guys will not believe it whenever I tell you that I got all these furniture pieces off of Facebook Marketplace, and I got all of them for under probably $250. I'm not joking you whenever I tell you that. Now on the top of my hutch, I am sticking with my gardening theme, but we have moved it over to a harvest theme for this fall. I love how I incorporated the actual real dried corn and all the different types of pumpkins to make it seem like I went outside and picked all sorts of different pumpkins and brought them back here as my harvest for this fall. I love all the earthy tones in this hutch with the natural wood of the hutch itself and the dough bowl, and then the greens, and of course all the beautiful orange colors as well. I feel like it really embodies that moody fall vibe. And speaking of moody fall vibe, I love this old style chair right here with the beautiful orange pillows on it, and that little sewing basket. I hold my Bible and my devotionals, so every morning I come over here with my coffee and grab my devotional, and I feel like it just sets the mood and the vibe for the day. And it just that little section makes me really happy to look outside and just feel all nice and cozy. Of you seem to love my chalkboard ideas that I have drawn up there, and I would love to create a video for you guys someday, probably for Halloween or for this Christmas. I will be changing up my chalkboards, and I definitely plan to show you guys step by step on how I do that. but I had that chalkboard up there to frame this very overwhelming desk that is actually a dining table. But I love how large it is because it has given me the freedom and the ability to put lots of knickknacks on it. And you guys will see probably throughout my house, but especially in this room, I got lots of knickknacks, I got lots of things, but they all bring me joy and happiness, and I encourage everyone to just decorate from their heart, because that is what makes a home a home. And I love that really cool rusted ceiling tile on the chair to fill in some blank space. Got my that lamp I had from my high school room from my childhood, so I'm glad I can repurpose that in my adult home. And my very large shutter that I got from a vintage antique store, and it really just fills in the blank space on either side of the desk, because the desk is very large itself and this is a very large wall, so I'm just trying my best to fill in blank spaces and make everything very cozy. I guess that's the best way to describe my decor in this room. Now, we are going to move on to the hallway of the bedrooms and the powder room. Now, a really cool DIY that I saw, I believe on Simply Lake and Lace, Holly's channel. Absolutely love her, go check her out. But I got that idea with putting some hooks on an old window frame and putting it in your bathroom to hang towels on, and I think it really just adds a uniqueness and an antique look and homey vibe to this powder bathroom. Now moving on down the hallway, and I would love to put a faux fireplace at the end of this hallway. A lot of you have added some really sweet suggestions and great ideas on how I can just add some light into this area, but we just have some little goodies. I'm not gonna lie, like a lot of these are just random pieces that I didn't really know what to do with in other parts of the home, so they ended up at the end of the hallway. And surprisingly, all the colors match really well. Moving on to our bedroom, not gonna lie, if you saw a little clip of our bedroom door, I still have a basket with spring florals in it and a little chick stand or a little chick statue in there. I don't think that's gonna come down until Christmas time, so it's gonna stay up there until then. But this room is a work in progress for me. It's a constant struggle, but I'm making the best of what I have been dealt with. So as you can tell, this dresser is mine. I feel like with the velvet pumpkin and that little teal clock and the sunflowers and the window and the frame, I feel like it embodies my shabby chic decor. So I just love to wake up every morning and grab my clothes and just look at that little vignette on top of my dresser. It just brings a lot of joy to my heart, as well as whenever I make my bed. I absolutely love making my bed in the morning and then tearing it apart in the evening and getting all nice and cozy for the night. But I love that gold mirror tray on top of my throw at the end of the table. I got it for $2 down the road, and I have to show you guys Mr. Kitten. He loves to hide down here and sleep and purr, and he sort of makes a mess with the litter, but God love him. Doing a little overview, and as you can tell, that's my boyfriend's dresser. I feel bad because I don't really decorate it for any season, but maybe someday. But now we're moving on to another work in progress, which is our master bathroom. And I would love to completely redo this area. So if you guys have any suggestions, please, I would so appreciate it for you to leave them in the comments below. But I love my little vignette area that I have set up between both these sinks. I got these really cool vintage glass cloches from Goodwill a couple weeks ago, and I just keep some floss and Q-tips in there, so it's been really practical, and I love that vintage. It's missing a leg, so I have it propped up with some coins, but that silver pitcher. I just love to put some fresh flowers in there as well. Moving on to the kitchen, I spend so much time in this room because it is where I cook all of my meals. So I try to keep it really practical, yet very fun and festive. Like above the space, this is a really good way to just fill in some blank space. I put a little pumpkin in the bowl with some rolling pins to sort of make it seem like I'm baking an apple pie. I don't know, going off of that storytelling style of decorating, and just have some goodies here and there. I feel like my kitchen, I don't know if you can tell, I feel like I moved some things around. It just seems a lot more minimal and much more like a usable space to me. But this corner right here, where you can obviously see there's lots of good fall goodies in this corner, and with that little tiny lamp I got from Home Goods for only $20, it just really creates a very warm and cozy ambiance in the evenings whenever all the other lights are off. And I love, that's a good idea. If you have a corner like this in your kitchen, put a mirrored tray or a small mirror like that in caddy corner in between the corner, and then add some sort of light, and I feel like with the mirror it just reflects the light beautifully. So I feel I'm so glad I figured that out and have experimented and played around with that area, and got a little diffuser going with my picnic basket. You guys know that that's been there for like a year, a year now. So I've had so much fun decorating for every season. And right here is I feel like I never show this area because it is always a mess, but I have cleaned it up and I have figured out a way to make it look presentable for you guys where I don't feel embarrassed to show it. So we got lots of Currier and Ives. I feel like I found those at Goodwill a couple months ago, and I bought the whole thing. Like they had a full collection of Currier Ives there with like 5 plates each, and I just knew I had to get them. Got some beautiful beautiful red roses. I love this view right here with the little coffee stand, the breakfast bar, and just the view over the great room / living room. And you guys know, you guys don't know. I finally found some chairs for this area. I got each of these chairs for $10 at Goodwill. They were, stained. They were like stained in a brown orangey color, and I just painted over them with some primer and then finished them off with this beautiful green color. But I absolutely love this tablescape. I won't get too much into that, but I'm so glad I'm able to create a tablescape this year on this table. Now moving on to the living room. I absolutely love how I decorate it for this fall. We spend so much time in here whenever it is cold outside. I live in the Midwest, and winters can be brutal as well as fall. So I just wanted to make sure that this space was ready, and just for us to be able to have a nice, warm, and cozy evening with all the colors and the lights and the ambiance, as well as making sure that the couch was presentable, but really easy, just to make it cozy with the throw pillows, and I have a throw blanket basket on the side, just so we're ready to grab a blanket and go. And speaking of grabbing and go, right over here I have a new coffee bar set up. I actually have a video on this, and I actually started this from scratch. I've never had a coffee bar set up ever before, and I've always had the hardest time decorating this really awkward space, or this transition island from the living room into the kitchen. So I have solved the problem with a coffee bar. So don't forget to go watch that video after this, because in that video you'll figure out how I pieced everything together and where I got certain items. But I just love this really fun Halloween fall tiered tray with all the different mugs. And of course I legit took my old close to rotted bananas and made some chocolate chip banana nut bread, so I would be able to put something in that close for this video. And then of course we got the coffee bar itself with all sorts of fall goodies and treats. And then I just keep some chocolate chips in that little mini honey jar. And then we got a pumpkin in a basket. I absolutely love that basket that I got from Goodwill. And then of course we got this also large basket from Goodwill. And then I actually painted that sign right there and put some fall florals in that teal watering can, just to sort of go off of the fall harvest vibe that I'm going for, as well as the moody fall vibe as well. There's Mr. Kitten looking out the window to our back patio. He has a little chipmunk friend out there, and yep, so he just loves to watch him steal all my cherry tomatoes out of my garden and go up on the back patio and eat them. But anyways, moving on to actually showing you guys the living room. Now that we got over the transition piece, that door right there with that eucalyptus wreath that I got from Goodwill for $5, that leads into our laundry room, which leads into our garage. And that is actually where we go in and out of every single day. So I try to keep this table right here and just that space in general. I'm trying to make it a goal to keep it as festive as possible and really interesting and homey. But yes, I absolutely love all my little knickknacks. I feel like I cannot say that enough. Like I said, there's my blanket basket, and on top got a book I found at Goodwill that just talks about all the different legends and folklore. So I can't wait to read that once we get into October. Doing a little overview. I had to add another clip of Butters, but on this wall I always just felt like it was just really bare, and I wanted to just make it feel more cozy and to sort of close in this really large space. So I decided to add a DIY shelf with some corbels and a plank of wood that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I did that DIY on that chalkboard, and add those two arches from Home Goods. And then on my coffee table right here, I love how I added these 3 candles, especially whenever I'm sitting here in the evening watching a movie. I love the ambiance of the real flickering candles, and one of them is in that little pumpkin dish thing. That one is actually like sugar. It's like a sugar cookie scented rum cake scent candle. And it just makes the house smell so good. And of course, I love my new fall garland that I got from Hobby Lobby for 40% off. And then down here, we just continued on with that harvest theme with some natural elements, with some pine cone leaf picks as well as some pumpkins, of course. And I love this mirror right here that I found at an antique store in Cincinnati. Once I saw it, it was like 30 some dollars, and I just knew I had to bring it home, and that was the perfect place to put it. That green bookcase on the right side of the mantle used to be that cheap, ugly, black bookcase, and I painted it with that green chalkboard paint. I added, it looks like it's fogged glass, but I actually added a fog glass film to it, and added some new knobs from Hobby Lobby and called it a day, and it has added a really nice touch of shabby chic into the living space. But again, if you guys have any questions of where I got any item or how I put it together, don't hesitate to reach out in the comment bar below. But this is an overview of the living space and the end of this tour. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will be talking to you guys at the end of this video to share a really special message with you guys. But I hope you have an amazing fall. Okay friends, that is the end of this year's fall home tour. I can't believe how fast this fall season is already going. So stay tuned for some really awesome Halloween decor videos, and of course a Halloween home tour. I'm gonna call it Halloween because I am not going to decorate for Halloween all throughout my house, just a couple places that I use the most. And I have never done that in my house before. So I'm just really excited to share my thoughts and ideas with you guys. So if you haven't already, especially if you have been watching my channels, I would seriously appreciate it if you just hit the subscription bar. It doesn't really do much for you, but it seriously means the world for me, and it really helps me out. Again, on every single video from here on out, I just cannot thank you guys enough for all of the love and support, especially on my last video whenever I showed you how I decorated this fall coffee bar. At the end, I sort of like laid out what was on my heart, and you guys God, I'm seriously speechless. You guys were just so kind and encouraging in the comments, and it really, like, you say that I brought inspiration to you, but no, you guys have brought inspiration to me. So I sort of want to make it a point to end every single video with something motivational, something that has just been weighing heavy on my heart, and hopefully it can encourage you in some way. I just wanted to share what has been on my heart recently. So I am new to the home decor side of YouTube. Like I said in my previous video, like I pretty much just got serious back in the beginning of this year, January 2021. And I have always loved home decor because growing up, my mom always decorated through the season. My mother was always very crafty and very intentional with the pieces that she used to decorate. A lot of it was just family heirlooms. So I guess I caught the bug, the decorating bug. But the past 2 years that I have been moved out, I have really gotten into home decor. And I have enjoyed watching Living It Country and all these other amazing ladies on the home decor side of YouTube. I've just really gained a lot of inspiration from their videos, and but I have always felt just really nervous to share my own home decor and just my house in the entirety, especially with I've never done a home tour until today. Just because I sort of was always so nervous, because I'm like, well, my home doesn't look like all these other YouTubers with these nice, new, beautiful homes with beautiful floors, beautiful walls, doors, light fixtures, like literally everything is beautiful and uniquely and just beautifully done. And I live in a ranch house, and I am so thankful to call this house my own. And And I've sort of just tried to use my decor to spruce it up a bit, to make it my own, to make it more unique. Just had a wonderful time over the past 2 years making this house my own, but my own insecurities really stopped me from sharing my home and my home decor earlier. But something that I have been working on myself over the past 1.5 years is just understanding that everything that makes you different is your superpower. And you might be thinking, like, why in the world would you say like that's your superpower? But if you really think about it, everything that makes you different, because God made only one of you, that is your superpower. If you haven't thought about sharing your home because you think, oh, well, maybe my home is too small, or oh, I live in a rundown apartment. But if you love your home decor, there is always going to be someone or multiple people out there that is going to love it just as much as you do. So if you have thought about sharing your home on YouTube, but you've just been too scared because of your insecurities and your thoughts, being different is your superpower, and there is only one of you. So remember that. Before I say goodbye for today's video, again, I just wanted to thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it to the end of today's video. But I will see you guys on my next video, which will be Halloween inspired. So I will see you there, and I hope you have an amazing week.